Hello, everyone. Welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to check out the full schedule, strivescan.com/Virginia. And this presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week, same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. Just to note, if you ask any questions using the Q&A button, make sure if it's specific for one school to name the school in your question so they know that it is for them. Here's the order in which our presenters will be presenting this afternoon. We're in session A1, and I'm using the little highlighter to show that to you. And that will be the order of our institution. So without further ado, I will step out of the way and allow for our first presentation today from James Madison University. Jason, I think you're still muted.
How about now?
I heard you there.
All right.
And your video is still not on if you want it to be.
How about now? Is the PowerPoint showing?
I can see the screen. We can see your PowerPoint, but not you. If that's
okay. Do you need to see me?
Not at all.
Nah, that's good. I apologize for that. It's for some reason it's not wanting to turn on. I will try to get it turned on here in a second. Again, I'm from James Madison University, and I'm excited that you're here with us. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at JMU. If you haven't already and you're interested in being on our mailing list, the QR code in the bottom right-hand corner and the j.mu/info is a great way to be on our mailing list. As you'll see tonight, our focus at JMU is on the undergraduate experience. We have some unique opportunities for students. We have academics, student life support. Our students receive individual attention from their faculty members and professors, and their true passion is teaching and educating students. Want to get you a little more acquainted with our institution. We're a public state institution with about 22,000 students, 20,000 of those of which are undergraduates. Despite a large student body, we definitely maintain a strong sense of community and a small school feel. This is evidenced by our small class sizes, which average about 25 students. Only 12% of our students, about 12% of our students will have classes of more than 50 students. So we try to maintain a pretty small class size. As 98% of our classes are taught by full professors, that's opposed to graduate assistants or teaching assistants. Their primary goal for you is that you have that undergraduate experience. You feel connected in the classroom to them. So that is a big perk for us that a size of an institution our size generally doesn't have. We have plenty of support here at JMU, academic and otherwise. If you have questions, drop them in the Q&A, and I will address them at the end of our presentation. We are a Division I varsity sports team. We have 17 Division I sports here. We also have over 40 club sports, dynamite school spirit. We get our students connected both from an academic as well as a personal perspective. That's why our retention rate stays somewhere around 90% this year. It's at 89%. I want to talk to you now about, how we evaluate students, kind of what we're looking for academically. We want you to challenge yourself at your school. We want you to be in geared AP, IB, dual enrollment. We want you to take those challenging courses. We want you to make A's and B's in those core academic areas: English, math, lab science, social science, foreign language. ACTs and SATs are not a required part of our process. Intended major is not a factor in our decision-making process. We do not admit by major. November 15th is our early action deadline. Regular deadline is February 1st. And we have moved those back this year, primarily to give students an opportunity to really kind of to get their feet wet in their schoolwork and have more time to make decisions. JMU offers 164 academic programs across about 7 different academic colleges. A lot of our students choose to major, to have a major and a minor, sometimes 2 minors, sometimes double majors, depending on what they bring in from a curriculum standpoint and what their long-term goals are. All JMU students complete a common core group of classes. Those gen ed classes range from English, math, lab science, social science, art, history. So they get a well-rounded experience in addition to those academic pieces. As I mentioned earlier, we're in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, right off of 81. We're about 2 hours northwest of Richmond, and we're about 2 hours southwest of Washington, D.C. A gorgeous area, lots of great food, a downtown area within walking distance. As you'll notice, contact information there. You can screenshot, write this down, take down this information. We want to be an advocate for you. We want to be a resource for you. So if you didn't get a chance to join the mailing list, QR code's there, j.mu/info. I encourage you to sign up for a virtual visit at jmu.edu/visit. And thank you for being here tonight.
Jason, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Going to share the schedule slide again, and also remind everyone that if you have a question, use the Q&A button. To ask the question, make sure you name the institution if it's a specific one there, and so that that institution can answer and someone doesn't accidentally answer it for a question that was addressed for someone else. We'll continue now. Next up is Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Okay, I guess we'll come up. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Sean Jones. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admissions here at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, better known as
Sean, excuse me for a second. I just want
Yes.
to jump in. We're seeing your note screen as opposed to your presentation screen.
Okay. What is going on here?
That's it.
There we go. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Sean Jones, Associate Director of Admissions here at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, better known as IUP. Also with me this evening, I have my colleague, Ms. Lori Rose. Lori will be answering questions in our chat room. So if anyone has any general or specific questions about IUP, please feel free to send them her way. The presentation that we have for you this evening, it's quick, it's brief, it's to the point. More importantly, we feel as though this presentation answers most of the most common questions we get from students. So with that being said, what I'd like to do is to start off by providing everyone with some general information about IUP. We are a state-owned university located in Western Pennsylvania. We're approximately 45 minutes to an hour east of Pittsburgh. We have over 10,000 students who attend IUP, which makes IUP one of the largest state-owned schools in the state of Pennsylvania. Of those 10,000 students, about 8,000 are undergraduate students pursuing their first degree, and a little bit over 2,000 are students who are pursuing either their master's degree or their PhD. Here at IUP, we have students from all around the world who attend our campus, representing 50 countries as well as 46 states. 7% of our students are out-of-state students. Because of the academic quality as well as the tuition discount that we offer our out-of-state students, the majority of these students are from the state of Virginia. Do you have my major? Is one of the most common questions that I think many universities will get. IUP is no different. Here at IUP, we offer over 130 undergraduate degree majors, 70 minors, 30 certificate programs, 40 master's degree programs, and 14 doctoral programs. All of these programs fall underneath the 6 colleges that you have listed on your screen. The largest college we have here at IUP is the College of Business and Information Technology, and the smallest college we have here at IUP is the College of Fine Arts. Most popular majors, you're looking at education, criminology, communication media, pre-law, pre-med, nursing, psychology, and anything that deals with business. Some of our more unique programs are speech and language pathology, interior design, and environmental health. Whatever your career goal may be, you will have the opportunity to create your own path here at IUP through any combination of a major, minor, double majoring, or adding a certificate to that program as well. How will you learn here at IUP? Well, learning here at IUP takes place in many different ways, both inside and outside of the classroom. If you take a look in terms of being inside of the classroom, our average class size, you're looking at 30 to 35 students. Our student to teacher ratio, you're looking at 16:1. This gives our professors the opportunity to know their students, and it gives our students an opportunity, a chance to get to know their professors. 98% of our classes are taught by full-time faculty and not graduate assistants. All of our professors have office hours. Despite the array of support services we have here at IUP, if you need help, you will have a direct line to your professor. When you take a look at opportunities outside of the classroom, we want you to learn by doing. You learn by getting hands-on experience, by doing research with our faculty, by participating in either a study abroad or a student exchange program. We offer to our students over 300 opportunities to do a study abroad and about 375 opportunities to do a national student exchange program. So if you are a student and you're interested in, let's say, doing a semester at the University of Hawaii, if you're a student and you're interested in, let's say, studying in France, we offer these opportunities and many more. Each year on our campus, we host anywhere between 3 to 4 different job fairs. We invite local, state, national, as well as international companies to our campus. This provides our students with opportunities to network, to apply, and interview for both internships as well as full-time employment. Each year, over 3,000 of our students participate in internships here at IUP. Our students have interned in some of the largest companies in the world, from Tesla to IBM to Disney, to name a few. Where will I live and eat on campus? Well, here at IUP, we offer our students 11 resident halls, 4 dining facilities. Our students have 6 different living options to choose from a single person suite to a 4-person suite. All of our resident halls have Wi-Fi, laundry room, microwave, and refrigerators, all the basic comforts that you would get at home. Freshman students are required to live on campus their freshman year. However, freshmen are also allowed to have cars on campus their freshman year as well. We also offer our students different living learning communities. This is a great way to make friends as well as meet students with similar interests. If you are a student and you're interested in living on a floor with all nursing majors or all business majors, you have that opportunity to do that here at IUP. We encourage all of our students to get involved. I always say to students, a student who is successful is a student who's going to have a balance between their academic life and their social life. Getting involved is easy. We have over 200 clubs and organizations, fraternities, sororities, service organizations, as well as 19 Division II varsity sports. Our athletic teams are constantly ranked each year nationally, with both our men and women's basketball team making the Final Four in recent years. If you're looking at applying to IUP, there are 3 important things you want to keep in mind. Number 1, we're on a rolling admissions basis, so we do not have a deadline to apply. Number 2, we do not have an application fee, so it does not cost you anything to apply to our institution. And number 3, we are SAT optional. If you have your SAT tests or scores or your ACT test scores and you want to send them in to us, please do so. Letters of recommendations and essays, they're optional. You don't have to send them in. My advice always is if you have that information, send it in. Once we have your application, once your application is completed, you will have a decision from us within 2 to 3 weeks. Financing your education at IUP starts with completing your FAFSA. Our recommendation is to have it completed by January 15th. Each year, I would say that probably about 76% of our students receive financial aid. Each year, we award over $9 million of scholarship money. Regardless of whether you are an in-state or out-of-state student, our merit-based scholarships are open to all students. Once you have been admitted, you will automatically be considered for scholarship money with or without an SAT test score. If you're interested in visiting our campus, you're definitely more than welcome to do so. We are having weekday programs. Simply go to our website, get more information. You can also follow us on Twitter as well as Instagram. And if you want to get in contact with me, you can. My name is Sean Jones. Once again, my email address is sjones@iup.edu, and my phone number is 724-357-7948. Thank you for your time, and I wish all of you the best of luck as you move forward in your senior year.
Sean, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I will share the schedule one more time, and I'm also going to point out that if you have a question, use the Q&A button to ask that, and again, name the institution that you are asking the question to in your question. I want to point out to Jason from Madison University, there might be a question that is under the answered tab that was directed at you that you might want to check out if you've not already. Next up, we'll hear from Methodist University.
Thank you, Russ. My name is Jamie Legg. I am the Dean of Admissions at Methodist University, and want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And I am going to share my screen now and go through a quick presentation. I do have my stopwatch started, so I will try and stay on my 6-minute time limit. First and foremost, Methodist University is located in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's the 4th largest metropolitan area in the state of North Carolina. City of about just under 300,000 people. The university is about 2,100 total students. About 1,800 of those students are undergraduate students. We do have around 300 graduate students on our campus. The average class size for an undergraduate class on our campus is around 18, and our student to faculty ratio is 12-1. We have over 80 different academic majors and programs, and we're going to talk a little bit more about these in just a second. We've got 20 NCAA Division III athletic programs. We've got more than 100 different clubs and organizations, and we are a diverse campus made up of students from all over the world, with more than 70 different foreign countries represented and more than 30 different states. Most importantly, in these times of COVID and virtual presentations, you can virtually tour our campus. You can see the address there. It's bit.ly/MU virtual tour. We do have a video of each of our residence halls on this virtual tour, in addition to our cafeteria and a number of other facilities. We are, however, open for campus visits, and we are taking visits on a daily basis. We have up to 3 appointment slots per day. You and your family can come visit, up to 2 family members, 3 people per tour group, and then we do have Saturday morning visits available as well. So you can visit virtually or you can visit in person. We'd love to have you on campus. It's been a beautiful couple of weeks here in North Carolina, and we've had some great visits the last few weeks. I want to talk about our top academic programs. In general, our top academic programs fall into a couple of areas. The health sciences and pre-health sciences always at the top. On our campus, our School of Health Sciences does have a doctorate level program in occupational therapy, a Doctor of Physical Therapy program, as well as one of the top physician assistant programs in the country. And as such, our biology program, which feeds into those programs, is always one of the top undergraduate degree programs. Anything in the business area, accounting, business administration, finance, marketing management, falls in that second tier. The Reeve School of Business is a nationally accredited business school. You can see there computer information technology and computer science is very popular, as is our engineering program. We do have an industrial and systems engineering program on our campus. Forensic science and criminal justice, very, very popular. On the undergraduate level, we do have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. You can see there our golf management curriculum. We are one of 18 PGA golf management programs in the country, and sport management is also a very popular program on our campus. In terms of freshman admission, we are test optional, and we'll see that in the next slide. But what you will see is the average grade point average for our incoming freshmen this past year was a 3.52. The middle 50% fell between a 3.08 and a 4.02. So typically, if you're in that 3.1 or better range, you're in really good shape. And you can see for those that did submit test scores, you can see the middle 50 percentiles there. We are test optional. This is not a response to COVID-19. This is something that we plan to have for the foreseeable future. We will evaluate applications based solely on the high school transcript. So any student who is applying can submit simply their application and their transcript, and we will make an admissions decision once we review those credentials. We do not require standardized test scores. However, I will say if you are in our scholarship range, which is a 22 or higher on the ACT, 1100 or higher on the SAT, we do recommend that you send those scores because you can be considered for larger scholarships. For test optional for admission, our most competitive scholarships do require standardized test scores. However, we do offer virtually every student who's admissible some level of academic scholarship, and you can see that on this grid. Our academic scholarships start at $19,000 per year and go up to as much as $27,000 per year. And these scholarships are awarded to students based on their credentials at the time that they apply to the university. So keep that in mind. And as you can see, there's a little bit more money for those that submit standardized test scores. Some information about financial aid. 97% of our students receive some form of financial assistance. The average financial aid package is over $31,000 per year. On average, our students pay about $18,000 per year after they've gone through the financial aid process. But perhaps most importantly is our graduates consistently rank in the top 25% of North Carolina four-year institutions in terms of their average salary 10 years after they graduate from Methodist University. Our application is open. We review files on a rolling basis. Our application can be found at methodist.edu/apply. Our contact information can be found there. We would love to work with anyone who's interested in finding out more, and I would love to have any questions on the Q&A. Thank you very much and have a great night.
Jamie, thank you very much. Appreciate it, and well done on time. And I will remind everyone of the schedule of presenters going forward, and also remind everyone, if you have a question, as Jamie just mentioned, use the Q&A to ask a question, a general one for all the reps, or a specific one to an individual institution. Just make sure you name that school in your question. Next up, let's hear from Marist College.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jesse Mungin. I am one of the admission counselors at Marist College. I'm also an alum of the college. I graduated in 2011 with my degree in criminal justice and a minor in psychology. I've been working for the college since 2012, and I got to experience the college both as a student and then working. I got to live on campus and work with students, and then I actually got to live. Marist is located in Poughkeepsie, New York, but we also have a second campus in Florence, Italy, and I got to live there for a little bit. really 2 years, and I got to work with the students that we send abroad in a number of different ways, which I'll talk about in a bit. But Marist is located in Poughkeepsie, New York. It's about 90 minutes north of New York City, 90 minutes south of Albany, the state capital. We're located right on the banks of the Hudson River. So it's a very scenic, picturesque campus. And all the students have a ton of opportunities in our local area, and both on campus and off campus. We have just over 5,000 undergraduate students on our campus. They're studying around 40.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, sorry.
You froze for about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. We have just over 5,000 undergraduate students on our campus, studying about 47 different majors. And we offer a lot of flexibility for our students. So a lot of the students are doing what I did when I studied. I had a major and a minor. That's pretty typical for us. Students are kind of pushing that now more, double majoring, having 2 or 3 different minors, certificate programs as well. So we offer a lot of flexibility for students. We have students coming from 47 different states, 64 different countries. Our student faculty ratio is 16:1. Class sizes are typically 18 to 26 students per class. We are fully in person right now for the fall semester. And 96% of our first year students live on campus. And many of our students continue to live on campus. 98% of our students are employer attended graduate school after 6 months after graduation, and we are graduating our students at a high rate. This is all the academic programs that we have available for students. We have students in every program that you can see here. One thing that is unique about Marist is when you apply to the school, you are applying to the school as a whole, not to a particular program. So you're actually accepted to the entire Marist College, and you get flexibility in taking classes within different academic areas. There's only 2 programs that we have that you have to apply to get entry into, and that is fashion design and studio art. Those programs actually require a portfolio, but everything else, our students have flexibility to take classes. And then we also have professional programs and 5-year accelerated programs where you can get your bachelor's and master's. In terms of the academic experience, there's a lot of hands-on experimental learning. We have some state-of-the-art facilities on our campus, such as a gross anatomy lab. We have our own fashion studios, investment centers, ESPN teaching control room, film studios, etc. So we offer a lot of that on campus, but we also take advantage of our proximity in New York City and send our students down there to complete internships, work with different companies down there. We aid our students. We have support services for them to do that. We also send our students abroad. We have over 70 destinations already designed for students to go. Typical thing is a semester long, but we also have 2-week, 4-week, 6-week programs, and we try to make it as affordable as possible for students to go. So 50% of our student body studies abroad at some point in their academic career with us. And then we also have research opportunities available for students as well. If you're interested, you can start as early as your first year. You don't have to wait or worry about not finding people to do research with, whether that's students or faculty. You don't really have to compete. It's accessible for everyone. Student life is active and vibrant on our campus. We have over 80 different clubs that students get involved in. They have their own performances and events. We also are a Division I school. We have 23 Division I sports where people love to go to the games and get involved there. And then people take advantage of the things in our area. Again, it's the Hudson Valley region, so very scenic, a lot of outdoor activities. And then a lot of our students take advantage of our proximity in New York City again, and go down on the weekend and get involved in things that are happening there. Some of it is school sponsored trips as well. We do like $25 tickets to see Broadway shows in a typical year. So we really try to get our students active and engaged. Deadlines wise are as follows: November 15th, February 1st, March 1st. That is the middle 50% of the students who were admitted to Marist. We are test optional and have been for over 10 years now. So it's not just a response to COVID, but we have, if you do not want to submit your test scores, you can get accepted and still receive scholarship. You don't have to do anything in addition for that. 90% of our students receive some sort of institutional aid. And we are open currently for visits, but we also have virtual programs and self-guided tours available. So we're open 7 days a week. You can visit our website and find more information about that. And if you have any questions after this, please reach out to me. Again, Jesse Mungin, and that is my contact information there. Thank you so much.
Jesse, thank you very much. And again, you can use Jesse's email to email him questions. You can also drop questions in the Q&A button here during our session. And if it is specific to one institution, please name the school in your question. Up next, let's hear from the University of Alabama.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Dugas, and I am the University of Alabama's regional recruiter for Virginia. So I telecommuted before it was cool. I have worked out of my house in Charlottesville since 2006. And in a normal fall, I'd be traveling the Commonwealth, but instead I'm just traveling to what I now call my Zoom room, which used to be my kids' playroom. But I will be your admission counselor if you choose to apply to the university, and I will put my contact info up at the end. So we are in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. There are two other schools in our system that are in Birmingham and Huntsville, but they're entirely separate universities, and I don't represent them. But Tuscaloosa is roughly the same size as Charlottesville, Virginia. And we're about an hour from Birmingham, which is roughly the same size as Richmond. You can see we have a vibrant downtown, nightlife, places to go out, places to shop, vibrant art scene, historical theater. They're also what you can't see up under the T there, the top of the T, that's actually the river. You can kind of tell it's there because there's no lights over there. So the river does form the north border of our campus. And there's also a federal courthouse. That's the white building up under the top of the A. So we are a large university. We are a public school, but we are 59% out of state. So that surprises a lot of people. And Virginia is one of the top 10 states that we get students from. And you can see that it's not just concentrated in the deep South. And most people don't have pronounced Southern accents. Most people just talk like me. This was our profile for this year's freshman class. Our average GPA is just over a 3.8. Our average SAT and ACT are 1270 and 27 respectively. Those are not super scored, meaning that that's just the highest from an individual sitting. We did go test optional this year. It was in response to COVID. And for what it's worth, that was a lot of hard work on the part of the test optional committee, of which I was a part. So I'm actually really proud of that. But so we are test optional for both admission and scholarships this year. And I don't know if that's going to continue in 2022. We on the test optional committee do have an upcoming meeting where we're going to discuss that. We're going to fully advocate for that. It's just a question of whether the administration will buy in, but fingers crossed on that. And then we're top 5 in the country for the enrollment of National Merit Scholars. This is our list of majors. You can see that it's relatively long. We have most everything, but not quite everything. And we have university-wide admissions. So if you are admitted to the university, you are admitted to the major of your choice as an incoming freshman. No special admission requirements for any program, except that there is an audition requirement for dance and musical theater and music. But there are no, it's no harder to get into engineering, for example, or nursing as a freshman than it is to get into any other majors. So that's going to differentiate us from a lot of universities. All of our majors are strong. All of them have undergraduate research opportunities. We are an R1 research university. We also have all of the pre's. Those are not majors. I, for one, was pre-law, but I was a political science major. You do that curriculum along with your major and or minor curriculum. You can double major, a few triple major, but the two I know that have done it were like Rhodes Scholar types. You can double minor. I double minored, but no one really ever asks about that. And you can also design your own major through what we call New College. It is not new. It is actually older than I am, but it's known as New College. We also have an honors college. As of right now, they have not announced a test optional pathway yet. I think they're in discussions for that right now. I'm expecting an announcement within the next couple of weeks. So as of right now, as an incoming freshman, it takes a 3.5 GPA and a 30 ACT or a 1360 SAT. But you can always be admitted after one semester at Alabama as long as you get a 3.5. So as of right now, that's the only test optional honors pathway, but I do expect that that is going to change. And we have 9 specialized programs within the Honors College. There's one that is more general. That's the one that I was in. It's just take a certain number of honors classes by the time you graduate. We have some geared towards getting your MBA in 5 years, a master's in 5 years, a research program, a community service and leadership program, a liberal arts program. And the newest one is just for students who are interested in pre-med to help them get into medical school. Although we do get into med school at higher than the average national rates already. As far as campus life, although you can imagine things do look a little differently now, because our positivity rate has gone down substantially, our students are able to gather and eat in person now. You know, same rules as in Virginia, basically masked when you're not at your table. But they're able to have meetings as well. We have over 600 student organizations, the #1 Greek system in the country, the largest Starbucks on any collegiate campus. So that's what that picture is at the bottom there. And we are #2 in the nation for internship placement, and that's per the Princeton review. I won't spend much time on this, but suffice it to say, all of our freshmen are guaranteed housing, and most of our students do live in 4-bedroom suites. You get your own private bath. You share, your own private bedroom. You share a bath with one other student, and you share a kitchen and a living room with 3 students. We have athletics, most people know that, but I do occasionally get asked if we have a football team. We're currently ranked #2 in the country. We're playing to about 20,000 fans right now instead of 101, but we are ranked in most of our sports most of the time. We have 21 D1 teams and over 60 club and intramural sports. For admission, it's rolling. All we need is our application, $40 fee, and your transcript this year. Next year, we're going to accept the Common App, and prior to December 15th for full scholarship consideration. This is our merit scholarship chart. So if you do have a test score, then you would be on this chart. Or if you have a test score that doesn't put you on this chart, then the next chart is for you. But these are automatic. If you have these numbers, you automatically get the scholarship. And this is the one I'm most excited about. This is our new scholarship chart for test optional. So if you don't have a test score, or your test score doesn't put you onto that other chart, then you would get this scholarship chart, and it's based on your involvement that you list on your scholarship application. If you have any follow-up questions or anything, this is my contact info. The top link is if you want a paper copy of our brochure, and the second link is if you'd like to view it online. But thank you all for listening, and have a great night.
Thank you very much. I'll leave that up for a second as I remind everyone that they can use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters tonight. And again, if it's for a specific school, name the school in your question. Now I will show the schedule one last time. And we have one final presentation in this session, and that is from the University of Oregon.
Hello, young scholars. Thanks for joining today's session. My name is Richard Clare. I have the privilege to serve as admissions counselor here in the Office of Admissions. I am based in Eugene, and I'm also joined by my wonderful colleague, Mr. Adonis Skinner. He's in our Q&A. So if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to drop a question in the Q&A for my colleague Adonis. Let me go to share my screen with you all. Here at the University of Oregon, we begin all of our presentations with the land acknowledgement. We like to honor the Kalapuya people who once occupied the land that the University of Oregon has been established upon. The University of Oregon is located on what is known as Kalapuya Ilihi, the traditional homelands of the Kalapuya people. Following treaties between 1851 and 1855, the Kalapuya people were dispossessed of their indigenous homeland by the United States government and forcibly removed to the coastal reservation in Western Oregon. Today, their descendants are members of the Confederate Tribes of the Grand Ronde community and also the Confederate Tribes of the Siletz Indians of Oregon. And we'd like to honor and recognize the Kalapuya people for their contribution to their communities, to their tribes, to the state of Oregon, and also to the University of Oregon. We are located in Eugene, which is designated by our Block O there. We're the second largest city in the state of Oregon. The Pacific Northwest is extremely beautiful. We're also very accessible to the Oregon coast. So for those of you who love to surf, who love to be outside on the beach, it's just an hour or so drive away from Eugene. But if you love to snowboard, if you love to hike, if you love to mountain bike, we're an hour away from the Cascades Mountain. And we're also 3.5 hours away from the California border to go to some of the state parks in Northern California. Beautiful area here. And we have a lot of access for students to participate in our outdoor program. So if you love, engaging nature and connecting with your peers through this social interaction, this is a great fit for you. Our campus is located on 295 acres in Eugene. Eugene is ranked as one of the #1 green cities because of the air quality, because of the university being environmental friendly and conducting research in areas that really explore economic and environmental disparities. We're a bike-friendly campus. As you can see in the distance, that's Autzen Stadium, where our football program competes in the Pac-12 conference, but we're also known as Tracktown USA. So just to the right of our slide there, you can see our wonderful, beautiful Hayward facility. My favorite part of campus is the just north of the Lillis Business College and Fenton Hall. Reason being is because of the beautiful landscape architecture there. It's a great way for our students to go and just sit under a tree, read a book, or perhaps fellowship with some of your friends to have a picnic lunch. So if you have an opportunity to come, definitely check out the north end of campus of Fenton Hall in the Business Lillis complex. We do get all 4 seasons here. So right now it's an extremely beautiful day here in Eugene. It's a low 70s, not a cloud in the sky. So I look forward to going out for a nice walk this afternoon. We are considered a medium-sized research institution. So we have about 23,000 students on campus. And the beautiful aspect about our academic community is of the 23,000 students, about 19,000 are undergraduate students. That really conveys our commitment to undergraduate education and undergraduate student success. But one of the beautiful aspects also of our academic community is we have a lot of geographical diversity. We have students who represent all 50 states and from over 100 different countries. So this gives you an opportunity to really connect with people who bring a different academic and cultural perspective to the learning environment here on campus. As a top-ranked institution, we are a member of the Association of American Universities. With this distinction, we are recognized as some of the other big name institutions across the United States for our commitment to academic excellence and academic and interdisciplinary research. There's 65 institutions that carry this distinction, of which 63 are in the United States. So when you think of research, a lot of our students kind of think it's always lab and code. You're conducting experiments in a lab. In fact, here at the University of Oregon, our College of Education receives the most research dollars. But we have wonderful faculty who conduct research in the humanities and also the social sciences as well. So this means that you're going to learn from some of the best and brightest faculty and researchers that not only engage our undergraduate students in the classroom setting, but through a variety of research projects. You can be involved with the research as early as your first year at the University of Oregon through our undergraduate research opportunity program. Many of you are thinking, I have no idea what I want to study when I go to college next year. For you seniors, that's perfectly okay. The vast majority of our students who begin course of study as freshmen come in as undecided, but we classify them as exploring. We have dedicated academic advising staff to really help you identify what your academic interests are and how to be able to articulate those and then connect you to resources to really apply those to real world settings through internship experiences and fellowships and research. We have 9 schools and colleges across campus where we offer 240 academic majors, concentrations, minors, and certificate programs. You can study art, you can study business. We have a top-ranked architecture program, a product design program. Maybe you want to go into the public sector and work in a nonprofit. We have a wonderful planning, public policy, and management program that's offered through our College of Design. We have a premier School of Music and Dance here in the Pacific Northwest that's also a conservatory where students can study dance, where they can also study scholarly areas like music performance, jazz studies, composition. Those programs do require an audition and a portfolio, and a few of our programs in the College of Design as well. We also have a top-ranked business college where students can pursue accounting or business administration. Within our business administration major, students can pursue 5 concentrations to really tailor that based on your career and professional objectives. Those are sports business, marketing, finance, entrepreneurship, and operations and business analytics. A lot of career-ready resources for our students to get to develop the critical business skills that they'll need to be successful. Part of your academic experience is also really getting involved, connecting with your peers through extracurricular activities like our student clubs and organizations. We have over 300 clubs and organizations for our students to really enhance their academic experience and overall experience as a student. Yes, we have some top-ranked athletic programs as well, but there's so much more to that as being a student here at the University of Oregon.
Richard, I want to jump in real quick. We're about a minute over on time. So if you can maybe get to where your contact information and how people can get more information from you.
All right, this is our, I'm going to put up my contact information for my colleague, Vicki Van Patten. She's actually the admissions counselor for Virginia. So if you feel free to reach out to Vicki, she'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have, or if you want to put some questions in the Q&A, we'll be happy to answer those as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, and want to thank everyone for joining us today during this session. When you close your window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Again, thank you for joining us today, and thank you to all of the representatives for presenting today. Have a good afternoon/evening.